So, Jess, this is what we're gonna do now with Geeked Out. Um, if you're late, you're fired. No, I'm just playing. So Rook. Y'all already know what it is. Yeet. You already know what it is. It's been a minute, but we're here. You know what I mean? Bunny is doing something that's important, so she's not gonna be here today. But you'll catch her later. Jess is here. You know what I mean? Out of town, but still here. Kenny's in the beautiful city of where he's at. I don't know if he wants to throw his location out there, but it's popping out there.
I ain't gonna drop a pin or nothing, but I'm in Miami. You know what it is. We in the city.
Rook's in the city where it's ass brick out there. Even though I got the sweater, don't be alone. I'm in Florida, but I'm just chill like that, so I got it like that. So I don't know if you noticed, but if you're new to the channel or if you found your way here, we appreciate it. Geekedout is on the new YouTube channel. I took it off the main channel. We're on our own channel because I don't know if the algorithm was not letting y'all get where y'all need to be because it's predominantly wrestling, but this is where we at. So if you landed here or you just came here just because, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, stay a while. Is what we do. So with that being said, you've seen the thumbnail. We're going to be talking about the Adam Project real quick. Get in, get out, just how you should be doing on the weekends. And let's go. So Jess, I'll let you start. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do the spoiler, whatever, go for it.
I'm going to really try not to then if people haven't seen it. But I
Oh no, it's spoiler. I'm just saying. You know how you like to say that. You like to say that in the first 5 seconds.
Oh, this had to be a spoiler review because I definitely got something to say about this ending. So this had to be a spoiler review.
Let's see. Adam Project. This was a really cool little movie. I thought it was super fun and cute. A lot of big names. You had a lot of Marvel big names in there. You had Ryan Reynolds, Zoe Saldana, Mark Ruffalo. You even had, Jennifer Garner, who graced the Marvel universe as Elektra back in the day.
You didn't know that? They didn't know. They wasn't there.
I liked what they did. It was cool. I thought the story was a good story, about how he goes back in time to try to fix the mistakes that were made with time travel, and then to just stop time travel altogether. I will say, I'm just going to say what I didn't like, because there was a lot of stuff that I did like, but there was only a couple things that I didn't like about this film. And it was really good fun. It was a nice little story, but there were definitely some things that I felt like weren't really explained too well. I mean, we all know that Ryan Reynolds does a lot of action flicks. He's a badass, right? But he was moving that bow staff around, you know what I mean? He was somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that shit did look like a double-edged lightsaber. It really did. It really did. But he could do things that, to me, in the military, you get combat training and things like that. And if he was some kind of special forces, we just didn't know what he was, except for he was part of a special, forces team that was able to fly those jets for time travel. But he was a legit badass. All these dudes were in armor, full body armor, and he had nothing. And he was shot, and he was whooping on everybody, and never gets touched. I mean, I liked the movie, but there were some things that I was kind of meh. But if you take away, you just kind of have to suspend your, I think, belief a little bit and just enjoy the story, just enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? Because there were definitely some plot holes in there that I felt like probably could have been done a little better. But the whole movie, like there was never a point when I was like, okay, this is too long, or okay, this is boring. Like from jump, the movie was like action the whole way through. You know what I mean? So I thought it was good fun. It was a nice little family movie. I watched it with my kids. They loved it. So I would say, are we going out of 10 or out of 5?
Out of 5.
Okay. I mean, I told you earlier, like I gave it a 4 out of 5 just because like, I mean, it was really fun, you know?
All right, Kenny, before you go, I mentioned at the beginning, I definitely forgot. Rest in peace to William Hurt. Definitely lost a legend. Because we talked about Marvel, obviously he's in the Marvel universe. I don't want to put him down like that's all he did because he's an amazing actor, great performer. But obviously, for Thunderbolt. But rest in peace, William Hurt. He'll definitely be missed.
Yeah, that's a good note. So this movie, right? I'm not sure what it was supposed to be because it was like funny a lot of the time, and obviously Ryan running it, so he's in a lot of action, but he's also pretty funny, so I'm not surprised by that. But then it has some really, really heavy emotional moments, and I'm like, this movie trying to get me to like. I feel like every time they did something different, whether it was an emotional thing or a funny thing or action scene, it's like they weren't sure because, like Jess said, like because they mentioned he's in the Air Force, and they also mentioned that Christos, the only guy who even came close to fighting him on the same level, was also in the academy with him, which is also where he met his wife. But again, they don't go into too much details there, but he seems like he could just kick out. He could just get shot, so, I can feel, I'll heal myself. It is what it is. That's fine. He told jokes. The kid was, him as a kid was an asshole. Young Adam is terrible. Like, it's funny. I felt like I connected with the Carrie a lot of the time because, I as a kid, I was a smart mouth, but I felt like sometimes it's like, there's no way a kid is this much of a jackass to his parents. And no one, I mean, personally, someone would have popped them in their mouth in my house, but, that's just a little difference. But I feel like when it came to being funny, when it came to being dramatic, it's like it switched so fast. Like, it was funny 2 seconds ago. Now I'm supposed to be like, yo, this kid really loves his mom and he just don't know it, which is, it's funny because she said that earlier. And I was just like, okay, I don't know. But as far as like, I don't think if watching this movie now, I don't think I would have went and looked for this movie. But if someone would be like, oh, let's watch this movie, and knowing what I know now, yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'll give it a 4 out of 5, just like Jess said. It's just it's a nice casual watching. It's like, don't, like, again, like Jess said, don't take it too serious. Because if you do, then you'll be like, oh, this problem here. Because I think they did try to go a different route with the time travel thing. We've seen time travel done so many different ways and times, but they didn't push so hard on trying to be different. But they did mention, like, don't you watch too much Back to the Future. They dropped a couple of those jokes. They made the lightsaber joke. They made a little bit of jokes with other sci-fi stuff, other time travel stuff, which I found was interesting too. But I'm still not sure what this movie, because obviously it wasn't a spoof. It wasn't really just a comedy. It wasn't a drama. Like, I'm not sure. I think they're trying to fit in between. I'm not sure if that's a great thing, because personally for me, I'm not sure how much I would watch a movie that's an in-betweener. I'm always, if I want to watch action, I'm gonna move for action, let me watch an action movie. If I want to watch a romance, sometimes you got to get that going too. I'm gonna go and look for that. I don't think there was a way to go look for this and find it directly.
Yeah. I mean, I am a big rom-com guy, so I'm here for that. But go ahead, Rook, before you go on your little lunch break.
All right. I'm not here for this. Yo, Jess caught me off guard. I ain't gonna lie. So here's the deal. I don't care about no plot holes. I don't care about nothing that was wrong with this movie. All I care about is how entertained I was and what's right with this movie. All I care about is that I love Jennifer Gardner, Mark Ruffalo. This shit is a combination of freaking Deadpool meets Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel didn't do this damn movie, and I felt like they did. Shout out to Netflix. Shout out to the whole squad. Everybody who wrote this, by the way. It was fun to watch. I'll watch it again. I'll watch it tonight. I'll watch it tomorrow. I didn't even watch it with my nieces and nephews yet. I'll watch it when they want to watch it. I cried 3 times. First time I cried was 59 minutes and 30 seconds in, when 12-year-old Adam hugged Dad, and I was like, word. You don't have to say nothing. This part don't need words.
That's fact.
I cried one more time when I cried. When he said that he already knows what happened when he saw the both of them.
Oh yeah.
I cried again.
Yeah.
I was like, he knew.
Yeah,
He peeped
that shit was
game.
tough. Yeah.
Word. I was like, yo, he already knows. Like, yo, I'm not here. I'm not in their life. Like, this is why this is going down like that. And when he embraced his mom at the end, like
Yes.
it was beautiful, man. I really don't care about the plot holes, yo. Like, this is for entertainment value and for fun. And I had all the fun. I mean, I was under influences while I watched it, but I always am. It's the best way to watch anything.
No cap.
But shout out to Zoe too. Like, her character in short order was super cool, and I really like how they're two different people when they're older and younger. I like how they worked out the time travel thing, and how that would work. I feel like he said we all see Terminator, right? And I was like, yeah, oh shit. He's like, yeah, something like that. He's like, that's what it is on a good day. And I was like, yo,
Yeah.
like, could you imagine like the assholes we have in control now have time travel in their control? No,
No, thank you.
no, I want no parts of that. All right, because then in 30 years from now, it's gonna suck. Really is.
I'm gonna knock on wood right now. Shit.
For real. So man, I got nothing bad to say about this at all. I just feel like everybody should watch it, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
That's crazy. The part that got me, well, Rook, what'd you get it for? 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, nah, man, I had too much fun watching this. 5 stars.
Oh yeah,
Straight
I
up.
knew, I knew
Like,
what he was
screw
doing.
all that other extra shit. Like, this is not a deep dive like when I watch something like The Gentleman or something like that. Or shit, I watched The French Dispatch. Like, those are deep dive movies. This is one of those, did you thoroughly enjoy it or not? Yes, I did.
I feel that.
All right. The part that got me that nobody said is when he was at the bar talking to his mother. And
Oh,
he was talking to the bartender, and then he just eavesdropping. He was like, nah, he knows. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. And then
She peeped.
like,
She noticed.
and then like he
I
broke it
cried
down.
because she knew.
Oh, she knew. But then, especially the part where he said, maybe you need to tell her. I mean, maybe you need to tell him. Maybe he needs to know that you don't have it all together. And then, I don't know, maybe because I know mothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that has to feel a certain way to moms, like when they trying so hard to keep shit together, like when they have no help whatsoever and they're still holding it down. And then for you to tell a mom that, like, yo, just let them know, like, you don't have it together. Like, it's okay, mom. Like, let's grieve together. Like, no, I'm here for you. Like, that shit got me, you know, especially because I love mom. So that got me. Overall, like, it's pretty much a little bit of what Rook said. Like, I wasn't going in, like, okay, let me start off with this. I went into it because I was like, I got to do it because we're going to talk about it. So that's how it started. Second, obviously, is Ryan. And I'm Deadpool. He's Deadpool. Obviously, I got to support Ryan. So I was going to watch it for that anyway. So, but I didn't go in there with any expectations. Like, I've learned most movies now I need to go in without any expectations. Because once I expect something, I'm gonna like either hate it or I'm just gonna nitpick everything. So, did it have its moments that kind of didn't make sense at times? Of course. Was it kind of going left, right? Of course. Was I laughing and crying and laughing and crying? Yeah, of course. You know, did it take me an emotional road? It did. Was it fucking with me? It did. Because I'm in the bed, I'm watching, I'm like, should I be crying? Should I not be crying? Am I supposed to be laughing? What's going on here? But, you know, I guess it did what it felt like it needed to do for me, and it did it. I don't know. Is her name Zoe? She was amazing. I love her. I love her face. I love what she does. When she does the thing, I just love her.
Definitely love the face.
I love her face, he says. Oh my God.
She's so amazing.
I agree.
Jennifer Gardner, I love her. I follow her on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me back, Jennifer. But I love her. She's always cooking, dancing, or doing crazy stuff. I love her. Mark Ruffalo, you can't say enough about Mark. Like his acting is amazing. One thing I have to say about Ryan that I kind of am starting to notice a lot, but it's Ryan, so I don't give a shit. It's kind of like he's always Deadpool. Like I don't really feel like his acting is ever really different. He's always pretty much sarcastic. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I just think he was a lot of things before he was Deadpool, and he was that way before Deadpool. Van Wilder,
Yeah,
just from
I feel like he's always the
Yeah, I
same.
was gonna say that too. Like Van Wilder, yo, he been that way.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm not saying Deadpool changed him. I'm just saying like I feel like he's just always that. So it's
that's
not. Yes, I don't ever go into movies like okay, like, I'm waiting to see Ryan's range. Like I'm expecting to see something funny and sarcastic. You know what I mean? So that was
sweetness.
cool.
He have it, like that heart. He does have that, and that's proven in a lot of his movies too. Because I feel like they all go that way. You're right. He's sarcastic. He's kind of an asshole, and then it's got those sweet, moments in there where he can also make you feel stuff. But it's never only one. You know what I mean? It's never just serious, because if it was, it wouldn't be Ryan Reynolds. And I do think that what you said is true, and people come because they want to see him be like that, that lightheartedness. You know what I mean?
Because by now you know what you're gonna get. So if you're coming to watch that or watch something different, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, we know that about all of our like favorite actors.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get a Jim Carrey 23. You know what I mean? Like you're just not.
You want range, you want.
Atlas Mind is like one of my favorite movies, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is fire. I'm like none of this is me shitting on anybody. I'm just saying, like I don't go in and okay, this is about to be crazy. This is gonna be way different. But it was what it was supposed to be. I liked it. I would watch it again. I think I should definitely watch it on New York friendly stuff. You know what I mean? And get that good stuff on because I think it would be more enjoyable. But only thing I had a problem with was the ending. And I think Kenny, did you have a problem with the ending too, or did you already speak on
So
it?
yeah, I had something to say about it. So first of all, when the movie got to like,
Let me see my part first.
okay, go ahead.
The only part I didn't like is, and it's probably nothing to do with what you're gonna say. I legit thought his dad was gonna survive. I
Oh,
thought
you thought you were gonna figure it out?
yeah, like the moment was so cool. I said, "Oh, cool!" So when they showed the dog and the dog grows, they're gonna zoom in and they're gonna talk, and the dad's gonna come downstairs. That's gonna be amazing, and they didn't. So that kind of hurt my feelings. But go ahead, Kenny.
So that is kind of part of it. So they again, this stuff had a lot of heavy moments. You see your boy Rook cried and stuff. They had us all. It had those parts where I kind of felt tense. I'm not even gonna lie, because it had again heavy on the emotion. So the part. I think it's like about 15 minutes left, and that's when they're all talking. He's like, and that's right before he's like, I know we talked about that already. Like we know, okay, he knows. We realized he knew if he was looking like, yeah, of course. That's why he said don't tell me, because he already know like whatever you're gonna tell me is unavoidable. We're not gonna avoid it. We're not changing the future. That's literally what you came here for. But it was in that moment, and I'm like, damn, this can't be how the movie ended. And then obviously that's not how the movie ended because he still had some time. And then they went back and he met his wife all over again. Thing about that is right. They talked about it before. Like he was a screw up. That's how he ended up in the Air Force. He got kicked out of he peaked in college and he got kicked out of that. And he's okay. I'm gonna join the Air Force. So if there's no time travel, is that just him joining the Air Force? If that's the case, what was she doing there? It makes absolutely no sense. I understand, having that heartfelt moment, like damn, you still went back and got your love, which I really thought. I'm like, damn, I thought it might be a little bit better if he went and found her, like she said. That's how I felt. We had 15 minutes, could have done that. Go ahead, Jess.
There is an answer. I think just got it.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying it don't make any sense. I'm just saying I would have preferred if he would have went and found her.
But I think the key there is that instead of her, she was supposed to be taking a class. I think in the beginning, like when they talked about it, she was taking a class and she was in the wrong room as a student. This time, the subject matter was different than what they were learning, and she shows up and she was actually the guest lecturer this time.
Right.
So it was almost like fate kind of brought them there in anyway. So basically, like their love was supposed to happen, regardless of what they did to mess up the time. And then he said, "Well, I found you," right?
Right.
I had that little look like, "Oh, I feel like I know something's going on." And then they go off together, and it's sweet. And I love that part. Don't take it from me, because I was like, "Oh, yay!"
I never want them to end up together. I just think there's Because yeah, you could tell like he said, "I found you," and it's like he put himself in this. Like he been sitting here waiting for her to walk in this class, basically. And I feel like there's might be another way they could have done that. Personally, for me, I'm not saying it was bad. I just feel like they could have had an alternative. I definitely, again, I was sitting there like, damn, this shit pulling on the heartstrings.
I know, it was so good. There was so much good. I want you to think that I hated this movie because I didn't. I loved it. I did. But there's so many good things. I just talked about the negative ones because I knew that you would come through and talk about all the good ones.
I mean, technically, we want to nitpick, we can, because if we watch Flash and we know the time travel rules, you do anything whatsoever, you fuck the whole timeline up. Like, there were so many things. If this was the Flash, we would have like 5 different timelines already.
Yeah.
There would have been different people, different variants. Somebody would have been dead that wasn't supposed to be dead.
We would have been watching Loki all over again.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think it was what it was supposed to. Like, they didn't really want you to overthink it. Like,
right.
we're gonna pull your strings a little bit. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna kick some ass, and you're gonna laugh. But
those fight scenes were awesome, by the way. And like they really.
Anytime you have something that looks like a lightsaber, I mean, you know.
I love that little stick thing, and then they like disappear into like dust. It was cool.
That was cool.
The way they died, yeah.
Wrapping it up, I do have a question. So before that, I think I'll give it about 4.5 out of 5. You know, it was a feel good with just minor things, but minor things that aren't going to stop you from watching it. So I do recommend you watch it, obviously. Well, actually, everyone recommends that you watch it. So, you know, it's a good time. So the director was from Free Guy. Did you guys watch Free Guy?
Yes.
Wasn't it also produced by people who produced Stranger Things or something like that? It was one of there was a tie to Stranger Things. I just forgot what it was exactly.
That part I don't watch Stranger Things.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
We will talk about it after the podcast.
I wasn't big on watching the thing about kids, like, but we'll talk about it after the podcast. Or maybe a separate podcast. But I know he's the director of Free Guy. He's this, and now he's the director of Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3. It's going to be fun.
So that's what I was gonna say. So with you guys knowing both movies, how do you think this is going to play out to Deadpool 3?
I think it's going to be really fun. I think we're going to have a lot of action. I loved Free Guy. I've probably seen it more. Yeah. I love Free Guy. And it had that same element of like a lot of action, and then it like tugged on your heartstrings a little bit. Like it was very sweet, you know, like, and I think he does a good job of that. Also, he kind of reminds me a little bit of James Gunn with his choices a little bit, you know, especially with like all the music and things like that were chosen. And I think that it was really cool what they did. And I like the way that this guy films. Like his choices are cool. So, I mean, I think we'll get a really good action movie. That's for sure.
Kenny?
I do think that he has a really good relationship with Ryan Reynolds in particular. So that's going to be key. Cause again, like we said, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. We've established that a long time. And this Deadpool movie is going to be really important because a lot of people talking about this might be the crossover way in between into the MCU and all the things they're going to be doing. And I think we have to have a capable hand at the steering wheel, which it looks like we will, because this movie was good. Free Guy was good, like you said. And Deadpool 3 needs to be good because I think some people were disappointed in Deadpool 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the pitchforks start coming out. This don't do what we wanted to do in a lot of cases. So, you know how it is with the fans. So
Kevin Feige, is he going to be on that as well, or do we not know yet?
Probably still gonna be involved. I don't think it's Feige we trust, so I don't think they could just keep his hands away from their projects because then you end up with the problems we've already had where, you know, everyone wasn't on the same page. So
I mean, I actually like Deadpool 2, and I mean I like the one. I'm not sure if I thought one was better than the other, but Deadpool 3 definitely has to hit because one, we're crossing over from Fox to Marvel, and there's so many different expectations. Because we expect it to be so much better because Fox, we assume, fucked everything up. Although they handled Deadpool really well, I think. But
I'll never forgive them for X-Men. I'm sorry. I can't get over it. I refuse.
Second one, that second Deadpool, I know we're not talking about that today, but I just thought that those end credit scenes were just so funny.
Fair.
Where he like had little watch thingy, and he was like rewinding everything and like setting stuff up, setting stuff back the way I don't know. I mean, he was messing with time travel then.
Like
it was Easter egg for this movie.
Deadpool never missed it, so there's a lot of expectation because obviously you expect it to be so much better. Because we got great movies on the off-brand supposedly. So if you get in the A+ team now, you're expecting like this hit out the water. Which I guess we could do another time for a different podcast of what should the story be, like how they should introduce them. But we'll get there. Rook, are you gone to say what you think about Deadpool 3 or no?
What? Yo, Deadpool 3. I like Deadpool 2, by the way. All right. I'm not one of those that was against that. And I love Free Guy. I watched that movie 3 times already. But yeah, Deadpool 3, I have crazy high expectations for. And it might be unfair. But I feel like there's too many good people involved in this for it not to be, dare I say, better than the first. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it there. Like let's just get to it. Oh shit! I also have crazy high expectations for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, but that'll be a separate thing. But
yeah, I'll leave that.
You seen the squad? Finally got Jess back. Jess is busy right now. She's doing the play. She's really active right now.
Is lit.
Jess is doing the play. I don't know if you want to plug anything if you can, but Jess is doing the play. She lit right now.
I am.
I guess she don't want to plug.
Yeah, I'm doing a musical. I'm doing The Wedding Singer. It is based on the Adam Sandler movie, The Wedding Singer. I am playing Linda. I am the skanky whore that left him at the altar. It is running May 6th through May 15th.
Can I get tickets or what?
You can get tickets. There will be a link that's going to come up next month. I don't have it yet, but I am going to put it in my Instagram in the bio. So next month, look for that for sure at Jessie Lee Sings, and I'll have that there if anybody wants to come.
I start using that Twitter, Jess.
Oh, word. Yo, I legit made her a Twitter.
He did. He made the whole thing. I didn't do shit. He put the pictures up. He made the bio. He fucking made the whole thing.
Yeah, you dangerous, bro. I thought she had a Twitter. I was coming at her in the group chat.
He's not a social media manager. What's going on?
He did all of it.
I told you, I'm trying to get us to the promised land. I'm telling y'all.
I feel that.
With that being said, like I said, if you got here by chance, because it's on a new channel, hit the subscribe, like it, comment, tell us what you want to see, tell us what you think. If you like us, you do. If you don't, you don't. You know, we take it all. It's all good. Cash App is in there if you want to bless Jess, Kenny. You know what I mean? If you want to support Rook's lifestyle out there, you know what I mean? It's all good. You know, merch gang's in the box too. We're here, and we'll be back. We'll get Bunny back too.
Yeah.
Protect your face. Out mask.
Y'all already know what it is.